So this is the AB Lime 80 bale rotary project. 80 bale being they had quite a big herd, and obviously they wanted to keep the milking time down. This particular project they wanted to put in a gear that would give them some good per cow information. So with this shed we went with the sow sense meters, which gives you a sow count per cow, yield meters, so obviously yield per cow, and obviously all that information goes to the drafting system, and it can make some decisions on whether that cow stays in the herd or gets drafted out. Another feature of this shed is obviously we put in grain feeding, so extra supplement for the cows, also controlled via the drafting system to give them more or less feed. Some of the features of the shed are we're standing beside the 12-track gland, and part of this gland, obviously this gland supplies vacuum and obviously air to the plant, and also extracts the milk through this gland. One of the things we put on is the grease dispensers, which let out grease over 12 months to maintain this gland, because they are rotating, so they need grease on a regular basis. Up above we've got another gland, which is the 7-port gland, which brings our jetta water in, along with our teat spray to the in-bale teat spraying, and also there's another port there for our skirt wash. So again, the platform's rotating, so we've got a brush on the outside of the platform, and we put water on that brush to clean the skirt, which gets quite messy after a milking. Also, some of the features down here are the variable speed drive on the milk pump, which obviously saves power, and also doesn't beat the milk up, and obviously ramps up and down on demand, depending on how much milk's flowing into the cans. There's actually 2 of them, being an 80 bale rotary too. We need 2 pumps, 2 cans setups. Obviously outside of the platform, we've got still on the platform, sorry, we've got our cup removers, which obviously remove the cups from the cows. And outside of the platform we've got things like the Intel washers for the plant, and also washers for the vats outside. It's quite normal to put a wash system on a plant, but not so much on a vat. But in this case they wanted a fully automated system, so hence the wash systems on the vats. Installed the snap chilling, so we can take the temperature of the milk from 37, which from the cow, down to 4 degrees into the vat, just like that really. It passes through a double bank cooler, so we're still using bore water to primary cool, but then the secondary cooling is glycol based, and that snap chiller then maintains the 3 vats out there as well, so no need for a DX unit. The feature of this shed is our platform, which is a double beam nylon roller platform, very unique to the Gia brand, which instead of the normal pedestal bearing steel rollers, which normally run onto a one I-beam, so you've got steel on steel, we've gone away from that and got the nylon roller, which effectively you've got no bearings within these nylon rollers, and then the nylon roller is contacting the steel beam, so hence no wear as well. Another feature of the platform is the hydraulics that drive it. A normal platform is electrically driven motors controlled by a variable speed drive. Again, with that system you can get a lot of interference from the variable speed, especially on automation. So we went away from that and put the hydraulic driven drives in, which don't get the interference obviously, and obviously we have a very high stopping power as well. So obviously a cow gets jammed on the way onto a platform, you need the platform to stop in a hurry. So our breech rail, which effectively a switch which will stop the platform, will alert the hydraulics, which will then stop it very quickly. With the numbers going through the shed, we needed a pretty high-tech system to process that effluent, and there's a lot of it, obviously. So we're putting it through a screw press separator, which is separating out the solids, and then the green liquid is either getting pumped back to the shed here, so we can use it in the yard for washing down the yard, or we send it out to farm, or we send it up to a holding pond if we can't irrigate onto farm. And obviously part of the effluent system out there is a feed pad, an 80-metre feed pad, which obviously the cows can get fed on, or they can stand the cows off during the wet.